CaltaRadio.com. Hey, are Roger and JP killing people? Oh, it's just a game? That's good. Every weekday at 12:15, play Dead Guy in the Envelope. The guys give you clues about a dead celebrity. If you figure it out first, you win prizes. And all the glory. It's fun with dead people. Dead Guy in the Envelope. Weekdays at 12:15 with Roger and JP. Only on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Zero Res. No soaps, no residue. It's the right way to clean. Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Now, back to the Mike Calta After Show. Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Stop.
Welcome back to the Mike Calta After Show with Happy Hour filling in. I am your host. Guess who? 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Let's get the phone lines going. I want to talk to the neighbors today, but I want to let you guys know that up next is Roger and JP, then Drew Garabo Live, a cat named Mo, and then Johnny B. And then tomorrow morning, Tampa Bay Fishing Radio begins right at 5 a.m. Then it's the Attorney Patrick Smith Show, Rock Hard. Then it is the Weekly Checkup, Migs and Swig, and the Mike O Radio Show. And believe it or not, I produce all those shows. And I'm not just saying this because I work here. We really are the best talk radio in the whole wide world. And we have the best programming on the weekend. So I know you're listening to The Bone, so that means you always are listening to The Bone. So I don't need to tell you to listen to The Bone, but you should always be listening. Now, growing up, I didn't have cable. I've never actually had cable until now because allegedly my girlfriend's mom gave us her Spectrum password. But I would never do that. I'd take another password. But growing up, I had cable from like 98 to like 2000. And then allegedly my parents got caught taking cable from the next door neighbor. I don't know how they did it, but one day we just didn't have cable. So throughout the 2000s and whatever, till about 2015, when I began getting passwords from other listeners allegedly for like Showtime and that, I never had cable growing up. So I would hear about iCarly and Drake and Josh and all these shows on Nickelodeon in class. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm watching local antenna TV. I'm watching the same 4 episodes of King of Queens. You know what I mean? Like because I know there's a lot of Bone listeners out there that don't have cable. So you know what it's like to watch the local TV channels. Well, I never watched Drake and Josh, but I'm a very empathetic person. I'm not amazing at reading people, but I'm amazing at reading energy. And I never liked Drake Bell, and everybody's like, oh, he's so gorgeous and handsome. And then when he was caught being a creep, I was like, you were surprised?
Look at him and I go.
And this is, let me rewind this. This is Josh Peck talking about his rift with Drake Bell.
I look at him and I go apologize to my wife.
Josh Peck is sharing his side of the story regarding his rift with Drake Bell. On Wednesday's episode of the podcast BFFs with Dave Portnoy and Josh Richards, the How I Met Your Father actor rehashed the drama between him and his former co-star, which went public in 2017 when Josh tied the knot with Paige O'Brien and didn't include Drake on the guest list. The Ultimate Spider-Man voice actor notably tweeted about missing out, writing in a since-deleted message that their ties were, quote, officially cut.
What a sociopath. Also, I love how we're just guessing that we know their friendship. Sometimes I think people think that TV shows are real. Like with the new show, Bel-Air, which is a remake of The Fresh Prince, but it's a drama. The Carlton on the new show is a complete sociopath and a bad person. Like, even worse than the original Carlton. And I saw the actor, because I added him on social media, he was saying that he gets a lot of hate. Like, people think that these shows are real. It's very sad.
However, Josh said on BFFs that he and Drake were never that close.
The dirty little secret, I guess, was like, I knew that Drake and I didn't stay in touch for the 10 years since we had made the show, but no one needed to know that. Like, I was happy to just die with that secret that, like, we made this thing that people really love, but maybe we weren't that close.
He's essentially saying, I hate him. I want nothing to do with him.
I didn't invite him to my wedding because I hadn't really talked to him in many, many years.
Josh claimed that on the night he and Paige said I do, the former Nickelodeon star sent him a series of heated texts.
And I see these text messages from him, like cursing me out, coming for me. I'm like, on the night of my wedding.
Oh, yeah, Drake Bell, if you were such a friend, you would wait a week or two and ask him. But that's proof that you were making it about you. That is proof that you weren't invited to something and it hurt you. And you had to make it about you by bombarding your so-called friend on his wedding night. Scumbag.
I'm like, yo, and it's delusional because I'm like, bro, it's like we worked at Coffee Bean when we were 16. Like, I'm sorry, I'm 31 now. I might have lost your number.
The two memorably appeared to mend things at the 2017 MTV VMAs months later, with Josh posting an Instagram photo of them embracing.
Oh, yeah, they totally made up because they put up a picture of them hugging, even though Josh Peck is bashing him 5 years later. So, no, they have not made up.
However, he said that at the award show, he went up to talk to Drake about the way that his tweets had affected Paige and pulled her into the drama.
And I go up to him, like, and this might be the most Sopranos thing I've ever done. And I look at him and I go apologize to my wife right now. And he goes, okay. And he like made a beeline for my wife, and I see him do like this whole 5-minute performance of an apology. And it was like, I was like, go apologize to my wife or something bad's gonna happen.
What is Josh Peck going to do with his creatine muscles? I'm going to beat you up, Drake. Wow, riveting. Although that would be, oh my God, you could have that at the Calta Punch-Out. Drake versus Josh, that'd be very good. I would love that.
Josh's take on the VMAs encounter seemed to be different than Drake's, who cryptically reacted to his former co-star's claims on Instagram on Thursday. He posted a photo of himself as the Amanda Show character Tony Pajamas on his Instagram stories, alongside Josh's quote about their run-in, and wrote in part, "Hey, AJ Soprano, too bad this interaction is on film." Drake...
Whatever. It's a bunch of millionaires not getting along. I just find it fascinating that we think we know these celebrities. And that's almost the unhealthy part about it. It's the fact that they make 100 episodes, they do podcasts, and we're watching them on a screen. If it's your phone, if it's your computer, if it's your TV, or if you're deaf, you're listening. Like, you're consuming their work, but they don't know who you are. You know what I mean? Like, I think about that all the time. Like, Kim Kardashian could walk through an airport and all those people have her added on social media, but she doesn't have any of them added. You know what I mean? Do you ever think about that? Like, it's got to be so weird being famous. Trust me, I know all about it. Not at all. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. We got about 3 minutes left, so we're going to talk about Maury, the show coming to an end. 30 years. It just took too long, man. This show should not have been on for 30 years.
Except the end of an era. Maury is ending after 31 years on TV. The long-running daytime talk show hosted by Maury Povich is going off the air with original episodes airing through September. The show's going to be live, on repeats. Over 3,600 episodes shot over the decades. Apparently,
that is a lot of exploitation.
A mutual decision between Maury and the studio to end the show.
What I liked about Jerry Springer better, at least, was that it was like a circus. He was like the P.T. Barnum of basic TV. Like, if you didn't have cable, you'd watch him at 2 in the afternoon. But when I would watch Maury, I just felt like he was exploiting the families. But then again, they signed up to be there, so you really can't feel that bad.
Became a TV staple featuring all those paternity tests they did and all the family drama. You are the father, a little more than you're not the father. Yeah. Maury saying in a statement, "I'm so proud of my relationship with NBC Universal and all those who worked on the Maury show. But as I occasionally tell my guests on Maury, enough already."
That's how we felt the last 15 years. All right. And I hope that's not how you feel about Hoppe Hour filling in for Carmen on the Mike Calta After Show. As I'm going to let you know that it is now coming to an end. You can search Hoppe Radio, Hoppe Radio, because a lot of people think it's Hoppy for some reason. And I noticed the compliments don't come from people that think it's Hoppy. But search up Hoppe Radio on Apple, Spotify, all the platforms to listen. But most importantly, make sure you always have the Bone app, and you can listen to Mike Calta in the morning, the Mike Calta After Show with Carmen, Roger and JP, Mo, Johnny B. And then tomorrow, Tampa Bay Fishing Radio is from 5 to 8 a.m. Then it's the Attorney Patrick Smith Show from 8 to 9. Then it's Rock Hard from 9 to 10. The Weekly Checkup, 10 to 11. Then from 11 to 2, it is Migs and Swig. And then it is the Mike O Show from 2 to 4. And then Sunday, every Sunday during the NASCAR season, we air NASCAR around 2 in the afternoon. And then, once again, the best talk radio returns on Monday. This has been Happy Hour, filling in for the Mike Calta After Show. I appreciate you listening. Hit me up. Let me know what you think at Ryan Hoppe Radio. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Let's manifest success, baby.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.